Google literally gives you a cheat sheet so that you can be a pro-level prompter when you're generating images with Nano Banana. But the thing is that I don't think a lot of people are familiar with this guide filled with prompt templates that is virtually copy and paste. So in our last video, we covered Google's latest AI image generator, which is called Nano Banana, and also shared some practical ways that you can use it to help your business day to day. And initially, I honestly thought that this is going to destroy graphic designers. I mean, like unemployed instantly. Until I noticed that, just like other AI platforms, when people start using Nano Banana, the results they're getting aren't necessarily the best that they could be. And that's because the AI struggles to understand exactly what they want when they're prompting, which kind of confused me a little bit because Google literally gives you a free guide that is super detailed on exactly what you need to prompt to get certain results, depending on what you want to do. It is really as close to copy and paste as you can get. And generally, I think when it comes to using these AI models, whether it is ChatGPT, Gemini, Perplexity, the thing that most people struggle with is actually getting the prompts right. We even left a link in the description that takes you to this guide, but I guess most people who prefer to not read and rather watch a video that walks you through these different templates and how well they work. And that's exactly what this video is. So we'll go through this guide and have a look at each template that Google recommends, just so that we have an idea on what the prompt is actually supposed to be doing. And then we're going to edit those prompts so that it's applicable to a business run by a solopreneur, so that you have a better idea of how you can use these prompts in your business. Oh, and one more thing. We're going to be doing this in real time. So each prompt gets only one shot so we can see the exact output that we're receiving while using the templates that Google actually recommends. All right, so let's start going through this guide. I will link it again in the description of this video if you do want to have a look at these in detail so that you can copy and paste these prompts for you to try and for you to use. And first and foremost, very important, it literally says, describe the scene, don't just list the keywords. Model's core strength is its deep language understanding. A narrative, descriptive paragraph will almost always produce a better, more coherent image than a list of disconnected words. So full-on detailed descriptions of what you want, that is how you're going to get the best results. So it's probably not the best idea to just prompt something like dog, Labrador, city, leash. And then here we start getting into it. So prompts for generating images. So to create photorealistic scenes, for example, something like this, the prompt used for this exact image is a photorealistic close-up portrait of an elderly Japanese ceramicist with deep sun-etched wrinkles and a warm, knowing smile. He's carefully inspecting a freshly glazed tea bowl. The setting is his rustic, sun-drenched workshop. The scene is illuminated by soft, golden hour light streaming through the window, highlighting the fine texture of the clay, captured with an 85mm portrait lens, resulting in a soft, blurred background. The overall mood is serene and masterful. Vertical portrait orientation. That is a lot of detail. I mean, it even tells you, like what size lens or what type of lens to use so that it can get the exact shots. Now, obviously, if you're not familiar with all of these things, what I'm basically trying to say is, and what Google's trying to say is, add as much detail as you possibly can. You're not expected to be an expert on camera lenses or lighting or different photography effects. Just be as detailed and as descriptive as you possibly can. So from this page, you can also click on the template and you can see that it will say a photorealistic shot and then the shot type, the subject, and this is where you can fill in the blanks according to the image that you want to generate. So if we now go into Gemini, go into Tools, Create Image, just so that you don't have to sit there watching me type out these prompts, I'll cut ahead. So I've typed out a photorealistic lifestyle photo of a young woman smiling while writing in a journal set in a bright, clean, modern home office. The scene is illuminated by soft, natural light from a large window, creating a calm and focused atmosphere, captured with a 35mm lens, emphasizing an inspirational glow from the pages. The image should be in a 16:9 widescreen format. Let's see what it comes up with. And this is the image that it generated. Now, considering the actual prompt, I think it did a really good job. She's sitting right next to the window, allowing that natural light in. She's writing a journal. Everything does look calm and serene. And this was created by simply copying and pasting the template that Google gave and then just filling in the blanks according to what I wanted the picture to look like. So yeah, I think this one actually hit the nail right on the head. The next one is stylized illustrations and stickers. So like it says, you can create this style of image that kind of looks like, I don't know, like a bumper sticker. I mean, the image itself, you can really use for whatever, but you can actually create these types of images within Nano Banana as well. So the prompt from Google is a kawaii style sticker of a happy red panda wearing a tiny bamboo hat. It's munching on a green bamboo leaf. The design features bold, clean outlines, simple cell shading, and a vibrant color palette. the background must be white. If I head over here, copy and paste the template just to fill it in. All right, so the prompt is a Studio Ghibli style sticker of a man climbing a ladder with a light bulb above his head, featuring an upward trajectory and a sense of progress with a professional black and white and teal color palette. The design should have simple, clean outlines, no shading, and the background must be white. All right, let's see what we got. Not bad. If we do look at what a Studio Ghibli type animation actually is, just do a quick Google search, and this is pretty much what it looks like. So you can see the type of animation that it is. I don't know if this one quite hit it, but it may also be the type of image that I was looking for within the prompt. It's quite a different image to be combined with that style of artwork. It's not a bad image, but I don't know. This one I'm undecided. What do you think? All right, now this next one, accurate text in images. This one I'm really interested in because text is something that AI often struggles with. You either get things that are completely misspelled, it makes up its own letters. Sometimes you'll have half the word and then within the middle of that word, there's like some weird looking hieroglyphics. So getting accurate text in images, this could actually be something that's really, really helpful. So for this image, the prompt was create a modern minimalist logo for a coffee shop called The Daily Grind. The text should be in a clean, bold sans serif font. The design should feature a simple stylized icon of a coffee bean seamlessly integrated with the text. The color scheme is black and white. Now, while this probably is very helpful for stuff like logos, I want to take in a different direction slightly. So I said create a promotional social media graphic for an upcoming webinar with the text master your mindset in a bold sans serif font. The design should be clean, professional, and include a stylized gear icon with a deep purple and gold color scheme. Let's see what we got. Ooh, honestly, this actually looks so good. Like just for a simple graphic telling people about a webinar, it's got the spelling exactly right. Master your mindset, no weird stuff. It's got the gear icon, the deep purple, the gold, live online event. It even included the RSVP link in bio. The one thing that I would remove would just tell it in the next prompt to say remove the word logo at the bottom. That's about it. But if this was my business's brand colors and I was doing a webinar named this, I would actually use this 100%. All right, we are 3 in. Let's move on to number 4. So product mockups and commercial photography. And my prompt is a high resolution studio lit product photograph of a sleek tech advanced smartwatch with an orange strap on a dark gray concrete slab. Yes, there are going to be some similarities between the prompts that I put in versus the ones Google gave, but that's okay. You could change this, for example, if you don't need to be studio lit, you could say an outdoor photo shoot or naturally lit. The lighting is a 3-point softbox setup with one teal colored gel to accentuate the orange strap. The product's reflective screen and clean edges. The camera angle is a slightly elevated shot to showcase the watch face and the band's texture. Ultra realistic with sharp focus on the glowing digital screen, displaying the time, and I want it in a square image. All right, there's the image. We've got the smartwatch. It does look really sleek. I know I mentioned that it has to be, what was the phrase that I used? A tech advanced smartwatch, but I guess that's kind of ambiguous. There's no way that you can turn that into an actual image. But yeah, it does look like one of the more modern smartwatches. You can see that it's got the softbox lighting, so it's a very soft lighting. But what I liked that it actually did was on the screen itself, you can see the reflection is not just a white light. It is actually more of a teal color, which means that it did follow that instruction as well. So you can see the glow from the face. It is telling the time, 10:09 a.m. or p.m. And then it also showcases the texture of the strap itself. This looks really good. If you had a product of your own that you're creating, you could literally use this prompt, include your own product image, and then create something like this as an image or a product marketing shot. All right, and for the last one when it comes to the prompts for generating images is sequential art, so comic panel or storyboarding. And this is the type of image that you can create, so something with that comic book look. All right, and my prompt is a single comic book panel in a dynamic pop art style. In the foreground, an active fitness trainer fitting and trendy clothes leading a huge class from a stage. In the background, a bustling, futuristic city line with health trends on billboards. The panel has a speech bubble with the text, "Time to shred!" exclamation. I added that there intentionally. The lighting creates a heroic and energetic mood, 1x1 square. So that's the size we want. And boom, here is our pop art style comic book panel. All right, so we've got the fitness trainer. It looks pretty intense. I'm gonna be pretty honest. I thought she might look a little more happy. She is on a stage with a crowd or an audience in the background, a futuristic looking city skyline. And then it's got like the health trends, robot yoga, organic. I wish I knew what that said. It probably says organic fuel. The sign right next to it says organic fuel. And then in the little speech bubble, it says time to shred with the exclamation. And the thing is, with all of these templates, it literally takes you like 2 minutes to just edit the template according to what you want. And then it's going to produce this image for you in 10 to 15 seconds. So at this point, after testing out those image generation prompt templates from Google that they actually give you, I think it's performing really, really well. Apart from just that one image, I'm pretty impressed with all of the results so far. And even though Nano Banana is amazing clearly at creating these different images for your content, I think that a better format of content for your business is always going to be video. And so when you're using different AI platforms like all of these, even though the results are amazing, at the end of the day, you still need to type in the prompts on your own. There's still that manual touch to it, which is okay. But when it comes to your video content, this I think is where Taja is very different from a lot of these different AI platforms and a lot of these AI models, because you don't need to prompt anything. All you do is create your YouTube video, upload it to your channel, copy the shareable link, paste it into your Taja dashboard, and the AI is going to analyze your entire video and then cut that long video up into different short form videos that you can use on different platforms like Instagram Reels, for YouTube Shorts, Facebook Reels, TikTok. The AI automatically creates all of these clips for you literally within a few minutes. And if you've ever tried to create short form videos from a longer YouTube video, you know how long this takes. So having something like this is going to save you countless hours every single month. And so if you do want to check Taja out, I will leave a link in the description where you can grab a 7-day free trial where you can take one of your YouTube videos, put it into your Taja dashboard, let the AI do its thing, and see the actual results that you get with it. And that is honestly just one of the features that Taja has. But if you do want to check everything out and see what it's all about, check out the link in the description and start maximizing your time when it comes to creating your video content. But moving on to the next section, these are prompts for editing images. And the first one is adding and removing elements. So in this example, the original image is this over here. It's a cat sitting in a room. And all they wanted to do is add a knitted wizard hat. So the prompt that they use is, using the provided image of my cat, please add a small knitted wizard hat on its head. Make it look like it's sitting comfortably and matches the soft lighting of the photo. And so my edited prompt, so that it's applicable to a business that is most likely to be run by a solopreneur, using the provided image of our new line of running shoes on a trail, please add a thin layer of morning mist to the scene. Ensure the change is subtle and ethereal, enhancing the natural feel of the image without obscuring the product. This is the image that we're going to be using. All right, it did actually do it. It's kind of different to what I envisioned. The crazy thing is this actually looks better than what I thought it was going to be. The mist I was picturing would probably look a little more artificial, something like a smoke machine. But this, when you think about it, this is actually how mist looks. And what I like about it is that the original image is, it's like a charcoal type sneaker, but because of the mist, it actually lightens up the color itself. So the change that the AI made affects the overall image and the lighting exactly how it's going to look. So basically the entire composition looks like it's taken into consideration. Next up, we have in-painting or semantic masking. So this is where you want to change certain physical attributes or characteristics of products or items within an image. So the image here, the input image or the original image is this living room or this living space, and it's got a blue L-shaped sofa. And the output is that it now changes from an actual material, it looks like a material sofa, I can't enlarge the image, but it changed it to a leather sofa. The entire design, like the upholstering, the covering of the sofa, it's all changed. The prompts for editing images are a lot more simple and straightforward compared to the ones that you create for creating images. And for some context, this is the image that we're going to be using. And the edited prompt is, using the provided image of a professional shot of a home interior, change only the large art print on the wall to a new geometric abstract painting in a vibrant green and gold color palette. Keep everything else in the image exactly the same, preserving the original style, lighting, and composition. So this is the new image. It's got the clock, the lampshades, everything is exactly the same. And most importantly, it changed the large frame at the top. So it's got those geometric shapes, abstract art style that is green and gold in color. This doesn't fit with the rest of the room, which is why I don't do anything when it comes to interior design. The whole house will look like a circus, but just to show you how helpful these prompts actually are. Next up, we have style transfer, and this I think is actually pretty cool. So this is the original image, and what they did was they mixed the style of a certain style of painting. So the prompt that they given in this example is transform the provided photograph of a modern city street at night into the artistic style of Vincent van Gogh's Starry Night. And this is the image that we're going to be using. And the prompt is transform the provided photograph of this sneaker against a brick wall into the artistic style of Banksy's street art. Preserve the original composition, but render it with stenciled outlines, monochromatic tones with a single splash of vibrant color on the shoe's logo, and a gritty textured feel. So it kind of, I don't know, it didn't really hit the mark as well, because the actual image, like, it doesn't look like it's a street art painting that is on the wall. It just looks like two separate images copied and pasted together. Next up we have advanced composition, so combining multiple images. This is a really cool functional feature of Nano Banana. It does this really well, at least in my experience. Let's see if we experience some Murphy's Law. These are the two images that we are going to combine. We've got the coffee table that is in a coffee shop, and then we are going to focus on this leather bag. Create a new image by combining the elements from the provided images. Take the close-up shot of the high-end leather handbag and place it on the trendy coffee shop table from the second image. So that's the first image, that's the second image. Behind the cup of coffee. I thought it would be pretty interesting to see how it handles that. The final image should be a clean, trendy advertisement that positions the handbag as an essential accessory for customers who love practical luxury, whatever that means. Is there such a thing as practical luxury? I don't know. All right, that's our image. You can actually see this image is not the best resolution either, right? You can see it's kind of pixelated and it looks very grainy and granularly. If we open this one, it's a lot clearer. So firstly, it upscaled the original image. It's got the handbag behind the cup of coffee. Literally everything matches, and this looks like one image. Unlike the Banksy one where it looked like two images or two different images put together, this literally looks like one image. It's a photo of the bag behind the coffee cup. And this is something very usable in the real world. I'm actually really impressed with that one. Right, and then the final template for the editing side of these templates is high fidelity detail preservation. So what they did in the example was they've got, again, two images that they've combined, and they've taken the logo and put it onto the shirt right over here. And the two images that we're going to use for this test is the girl with the white cap on, and then the Taja logo. The prompt is, using the provided images, place our logo icon onto the textured white cap. Ensure that the features of the cap and the woman remain completely unchanged. The added element should appear as if it were embroidered onto the front of the cap, so not just like a flat image, matching the ambient light of the scene perfectly. And let's take a look at what we got. This one, in this case, it didn't upscale it in any way. The resolution is exactly the same. What I want to see is the actual logo. So the logo is exactly the way I wanted it to look. If we zoom in, you can see the logo is, it kept the color exactly the same, and it looks like it is actually embroidered onto the cap itself. It doesn't look like it's just a flat image that we kind of rotated and put onto the cap. It literally looks like this is a product that is potentially available for sale. So now that we've actually seen these prompts and these templates that Google has given you, if you want to check them out and try them out for yourself, I will link that in the description as well, along with a link to get you your 7-day free trial for Taja. But I think this is a great place to start if you want to learn how to actually prompt properly using these different AI models and these AI platforms. And if you're interested in content about different AI tools that specifically help solopreneurs, then you might want to remember to hit that subscribe button as well. Keep creating, keep growing, and I'll catch you in the next video.